Hey guys, what you're looking at right now is the redesigned login page. Now, as you can see, instead of the old plain black background you used to get, now you got this blue gradient arrows and with the new NVR logo on the top left. That just looks amazing. Okay. In the middle section here, you got the, as usual, you have your credentials to log in, and below that is where you switch a language. As of right now, we support up to 10 different languages. Now, quick reminder before we log in, which is also noted below here. Number one, to make sure that you have a powerful PC, whether you're running on a Windows, Mac, or a Linux operating system. Make sure that it's at least a Intel Core i5 with 8 GB of RAM. The second is to keep the stream at H.264 with resolution at 640 x 480. Now the reason of that has to do with why it took so long for everybody to adopt on Chrome. Now there are a lot of limitations. For example, RTSP streams are not natively supported, nor does H.265. So we kind of have to build our own decoder on Chrome, and of course the performance does get a hit when compared to Internet Explorer. Now we're logged in. Don't you think this just looks gorgeous? But let's have a quick tour on the layout of the new design. So on the top, we have what we call a header. So what header is for you to switch between language, to log out your account, to look at the alarm status, and to look at the storage status. Left panel here is the primary navigation. That's where you switch between live view, playback, search, and settings. Middle section here is a central workspace. So in live view, that means it's where the live view stream are displayed. Playback, that's where playback video, and in search, that's where the search result will be. So let's go ahead and look at live view first. Next to the primary navigation, you have the list of devices, and that's where we paid attention to tiny details. So for cameras like fisheye and speed dome, they will have their dedicated icon, and that's for good reasons. If you want to make actions like dewarp or moving your PTZ, then you can quickly spot where the camera is. Right to that is the live view layout. Here is a 2x2 layout for the 4 cameras that I have. If you have more cameras, then of course you can switch the layout. And this is something that we're really proud of. That is the decode efficiency. Because the most we support is a 4x4 or 16 channel display. And you don't get that much on the market. Well, if you want to maintain the size of this view cells, then you can switch between different pages or enable a tour on all the cameras. Or you can put them into full screen mode and just press escape key to return. Click on any of the view cells will bring up a quick setting for the device. Again, to emphasize the benefit of a flat design, there's no new tab brought up. Everything is done on the same page, and that is super convenient to use. So for the quick settings, there's 2 parts to it. There is control and there is display. Let's talk about control first. Top of the control, you get a quick glance of the device information. Now this is basically where you make some quick actions. You can manually record what you're looking at into the NVR, take a snapshot, or store it as a bookmark. Now for personal preference, or if you have a big enough screen, you can fit the image with the screen ratio. Then there are adjustments like audio volume, switching between the main stream or the substream, which is stream 1 and stream 2. Or you can enable digital zoom if you have a camera that has a higher resolution. And that will enable digital zoom on live view. But you're still recording the original stream, which is the full field of view. Bottom to that is the digital input and output status. Now, if you're using a fisheye camera, for example, the FV9191 here, then you get another option, and that is the fisheye dewarp. So you get the one original or one regional or one panoramic dewarp in the live view. Second part to the device setting is the display. So for display, you can make adjustments to the information that is displayed on the view cell. So information like camera type, camera name and IP address, though, can be removed or switched between the camera name or IP address, or information like the camera type. Now the bottom here, the bottom button here will allow you to apply that to single or all of the view cells. Now if you're using a Vivotech camera, then if that camera has Trim Micro enabled or VCA enabled, then it will show with a transparent information at the bottom right of the view cell. Now, of course, you can choose to disable that if you find it a little bit irritating and apply to view cell. There you go. You got a very clean live view display.